Have you ever found yourself standing at the crossroads of a significant life decision, feeling the gravity of the moment, and yet something inside you hesitates, a whisper of doubt holding you back? This hesitation, my friends, is fear. Now, let me share something intriguing, a moment that might startle you into a realization. Imagine waking up one day, finding out that the world as you know it has shifted, not because of some grand catastrophe, but because in a moment of clarity, you see fear not as the colossal giant you once thought it to be, but as a mere shadow diminished by the light of your courage. Consider this. How often have we let fear dictate the course of our lives? How many opportunities have we missed because we were afraid to take that first step? Fear is a curious companion. It's there when we make choices about our careers, our relationships, and our dreams. It whispers of failure when we stand on the brink of success and speaks of rejection when love is within our grasp. But what if I told you that the power to act fearlessly, to face life's challenges with unwavering courage, lies within each of us? Today we delve into the essence of acting as if nothing can instill fear in us. Not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it, the kind of fearlessness that doesn't just happen. It's a choice, a practice, and a declaration of our spirit. Imagine the possibilities that unfold when we choose to act, not out of fear, but out of conviction, out of an unshakable belief in our own abilities and worth. As we embark on this exploration together, I want you to ponder a simple question. What would you do if you were not afraid? Would you take the leap towards starting that business? Would you open your heart to love again? Would you dare to dream bigger? This question is not just rhetorical. It's the key to unlocking a life of richness, adventure, and fulfillment. Our journey today is about transforming fear from a barrier into a stepping stone, about learning to act with a heart full of courage and a mind focused on the horizon of our potential. It's about understanding that fearlessness is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. So let's set sail on this voyage of discovery, where each of us learns to act as if nothing fears us, where we embrace the challenges and opportunities of life with open arms and a fearless heart. Fear, that age-old feeling that has been with us since the dawn of humanity, is something I've spent a great deal of time pondering. It's as universal as the air we breathe, yet its impact on our lives is profound and deeply personal. Fear, in its essence, has played a crucial role in human development. It kept our ancestors safe from harm, guiding them away from real dangers. But as we've evolved, so has the nature of our fears. They become less about survival and more about the risks we associate with failing, with stepping beyond our comfort zones. Let me share a story with you, one that I believe illustrates the dual nature of fear. There was once a young artist filled with talent and passion, yet paralyzed by the fear of rejection. This fear kept his art hidden in the shadows, unseen by the world. It wasn't until he faced a significant loss in his life that he realized how short our time truly is. The fear of not being remembered, of not leaving a mark, became the catalyst for change. He began to share his work, and yes, there were rejections, but there were also accolades, moments of connection with others who found joy and meaning in what he created. His fear, once a barrier, became the push he needed to grow. This story isn't unique. History is filled with individuals who faced their fears and, in doing so, changed the world. Consider the Wright brothers battling the skepticism and ridicule of their time to pursue the dream of flight. Their success wasn't just a triumph of invention. It was a victory over the fear of the unknown, a testament to what can be achieved when we refuse to let fear dictate our action. Now I ask you to reflect on your own life. What fears are holding you back? Is it the fear of failure, of judgment, or perhaps the fear of stepping into the unknown? Recognize these fears for what they are, not insurmountable walls, but hurdles that can be overcome with courage and determination. Fear can be a barrier, yes, but it can also be a powerful motivator. It's all about perspective. When we begin to view our fears not as stop signs, but as guideposts pointing us toward growth, we unlock our true potential. This doesn't mean the absence of fear. It It means embracing it, understanding it, and ultimately moving through it. Let's make a commitment today, not to eradicate fear from our lives. That would be impossible, but to redefine our relationship with it. Let's decide that when we encounter fear, we will acknowledge it, examine what it's trying to tell us, and then, armed with that knowledge, choose to act in spite of it. Remember, the goal isn't to become fearless. The goal is to learn to act as if nothing fears you. It's a subtle distinction, but a powerful one. It's about taking control of the narrative, transforming fear from a roadblock into a stepping stone. This is the path to not just enduring life, but thriving in it. As we move forward, let's keep this dialogue with fear open, continually asking ourselves, what am I really afraid of and why? And how can I use this fear as fuel for growth? By doing so, we not only navigate our fears more effectively, but also begin to chart a course toward a life defined not by limitations, but by possibilities. Let this understanding of fear not weaken us, but strengthen our resolve to push forward, to grow, and to achieve. Because on the other side of our fears lie our greatest achievements, our deepest connections, and our most profound sense of fulfillment. Let's embrace the journey, fears and all, with courage and an open heart. Imagine stepping into a room, and right before your eyes, something unusual happens that catches your attention, stirring a blend of surprise and curiosity within you. Now hold on to that feeling, because today we're delving into a realm that, much like that unexpected event, holds the potential to transform our understanding and approach to life. This realm is none other than the concept of acting as if, a philosophy that might just be the key to unlocking an existence where nothing, absolutely nothing, fears us. The essence of acting as if lies in a simple yet profound principle. Our actions can shape our beliefs, our feelings, and ultimately our reality. Picture this for a moment. You're standing at the edge of a high dive at a local swimming pool. Your heart races, palms sweat, and every fiber of your being screams, I can't do this. But then you decide to act as if you are the bravest soul alive. You straighten your posture, take a deep breath, and before you know it, you're leaping into the air, slicing through your fears as you dive into the water below. This act, this simple decision to behave as though you possess the courage you desperately seek, is a powerful catalyst for change. It's akin to dressing for the job you want, not the job you have, or smiling to trick your mind into happiness. The beauty of acting as if lies in its ability to perceive and influence our internal state. It's a testament to the idea that sometimes to believe in ourselves, we first need to see ourselves in action, embodying the very qualities we aspire to possess. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur filled with dreams but plagued by self-doubt. Every day, he acted as if he were a successful business magnate, making decisions with confidence, engaging with clients assertively, and leading his team with conviction. Despite the fear of failure lurking in his mind, his actions painted a different picture, one of success, determination, and leadership. Over time, this narrative became his reality, not because his fears vanished overnight, but because he chose to act in spite of them. Acting as if is not about denying our fears or pretending they don't exist. Rather, it's about challenging ourselves to behave in ways that align with our aspirations, even when fear tries to hold us back. It's a commitment to taking action, to stepping into the unknown, and to transforming our lives from the outside in. Let me share with you another tale, one that brings this concept to life in a different light. There was a woman who dreamed of being a writer, but self-doubt kept her from putting pen to paper. Then one day, she decided to act as if she were already a celebrated author. She set a daily writing schedule, created a dedicated workspace, and started treating her writing with the seriousness it deserved. Her actions, rooted in the philosophy of acting as if, gradually built her confidence, honed her craft, and eventually led to her first published work. This transformative power behavior-led change is not just limited to individual anecdotes. It's a principle that has been embraced by performers, athletes, business leaders, and anyone who's dared to dream big by acting as if they've broken through barriers, achieved their goals, and, most importantly, learned to act fearlessly in the face of life's challenges. So as we embark on this exploration together, I invite you to reflect on your own life. What fears are holding you back? What dreams lie dormant, waiting for a spark of courage to ignite them? Consider the possibility that by simply acting as if you already possess the courage, the confidence, or the expertise you seek, you could initiate a ripple of change that transforms your entire existence. As we delve deeper into the philosophy of acting as if, remember that every action you take is a step towards becoming the person you aspire to be. Let your actions speak louder than your fears, and watch as the world opens up in ways you never imagined possible. In the dance of life, there's a rhythm that all too often gets interrupted by a beat we're all too familiar with: fear. It's that silent whisper or that loud roar that stops us in our tracks. But what if I told you that this very fear, the one you might be thinking of right now, is not the enemy but a guide? Yes, a guide. Today, let's navigate this terrain together, learning to embrace fearlessness through 3 practical steps: identifying our fears, redefining what fear means to us, and acting despite the fear. The first step in our journey is to look inward and ask ourselves, what am I truly afraid of? This requires a moment of honesty, a pause in our busy lives to acknowledge these fears. It could be the fear of failure, of rejection, or perhaps the fear of not living up to our own expectations. Whatever it is, identifying it is crucial. It's like shining a light in a dark room and seeing that what we thought was a monster is just a shadow on the wall. Now, let's talk about redefining fear. Instead of viewing it as a giant wall blocking our path, what if we saw it as a signpost indicating growth? Think about it. The moments that make us feel the most alive, the times we grow the most, are often those that scare us the most. What? Because growth lies just beyond our comfort zones. So when fear arises, instead of turning away, we lean in, recognizing it as a sign that we are about to grow. And here comes the part where courage plays its role. Acting despite fear. It's about taking that step, even when our legs feel like they might not hold us. This doesn't mean being reckless, but rather being brave. It's about making that phone call, starting that project, or even speaking up for what we believe in, despite the butterflies in our stomach. Let me share a story with you, one that beautifully illustrates this principle. There was a person, much like anyone here, who dreamed of changing careers to pursue their passion. This dream, however, was shadowed by the fear of the unknown, of leaving behind a stable job for uncharted waters. But one day, they decided to act despite this fear. They began to take small steps, dedicating evenings to learning new skills, and slowly but surely, these actions built momentum. The fear didn't disappear overnight, but with each step forward, it became less paralyzing. Eventually, this person not only transitioned into a new career, but also discovered a resilience and confidence they never knew they had. So how can we apply this to our own lives? Start small. Choose one fear you identified earlier and take one small action against it. It could be as simple as writing down your dream on a piece of paper, joining a class to learn a new skill, or even just speaking your fear out loud. The size of the step doesn't matter as much as the act of taking it. Remember, fearlessness is not about the absence of fear. It's about moving forward in spite of it. It's about making fear your companion on this journey, not the driver. So let's take these steps together, embracing the learning in every attempt. And remember, each time we act despite our fears, we're not just moving closer to our goals. We're becoming the very person we aspire to be. As we wrap up this part of our discussion, I encourage you to hold on to these principles. Let them guide you in the days and weeks ahead. And when you find yourself face to face with fear, remember, it's just another opportunity to grow, to learn, and most importantly, to act as if nothing can hold you back. Together, let's step into a world where fear guides us but never defines us. Adopting a fearless attitude isn't just about conquering personal demons or achieving individual milestones. Its impact ripples through every aspect of our lives, from the way we interact with others to our pursuit of career goals, and fundamentally how we experience life itself. Imagine for a moment the transformation that takes place when fear no longer dictates your choices. It's like seeing the world in vibrant colors after a lifetime of grayscale. Consider personal relationships. Fearlessness fosters a level of openness and honesty that's often masked by our apprehensions. How many times have we held back from expressing our true feelings, scared of vulnerability? By embracing fearlessness, we invite deeper connections, rooted in authenticity. Relationships flourish when we dare to be our true selves, unafraid of judgment, willing to take the risk of being fully seen. In the realm of career advancement, a fearless attitude is equally transformative. History is replete with individuals who dared to think differently, to challenge the status quo, and as a result, left indelible marks on their field. Take, for instance, the story of Steve Jobs. His fearless pursuit of innovation, despite numerous setbacks, revolutionized multiple industries. Or consider J.K. Rowling, who faced rejection after rejection, yet remained undeterred. Her unwavering belief in her story eventually giving birth to the Harry Potter series, a cultural phenomenon. These stories exemplify how a fearless attitude can be a powerful catalyst for success, turning visions into reality against all odds. But perhaps the most profound impact of adopting a fearless attitude lies in overall life satisfaction. Fearlessness doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but it ensures that when you do, you'll see them as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. This perspective shift can lead to a life filled with more adventure, fulfillment, and ultimately, happiness. When we act fearlessly, we live fully, embracing each moment and opportunity with open arms. Now, you might wonder, how can I start embodying this fearless attitude? It begins with small steps, a conscious decision to face each day with courage, to say yes to opportunities even when uncertainty looms large. It's about trusting in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way and remembering that on the other side of fear lies growth. So as we move forward, let's challenge ourselves to adopt this fearless attitude. Let's build relationships on the foundation of authenticity, pursue our careers with unyielding determination, and approach life with a heart open to all its possibilities. Remember, the journey towards fearlessness is ongoing, a series of choices we make every day. And while it may not always be easy, the rewards, a life rich in connection, achievement, and joy are truly immeasurable. Let us draw inspiration from those who've walked this path before us, using their stories as a beacon to light our way. Together, we can step into a world where fear no longer holds the reins, where our dreams and aspirations know no bounds. This is the promise of a fearless attitude, and it's within reach for each and every one of us. Let's embrace it wholeheartedly. In the grand tapestry of life, each thread represents our connections, our relationships, and the environments we immerse ourselves in. Just as a gardener cultivates the soil for their plants, so too must we cultivate an environment for ourselves. An environment that fosters fearlessness, growth, and unwavering support. This is not a journey we embark on alone, but rather one that flourishes with the company of like-minded souls, individuals who echo our aspirations, who challenge us to reach higher, and who stand by us as we navigate the waters of uncertainty and change. If for a moment the impact of those around you, do they lift you higher, or do they anchor you to the ground? The people we surround ourselves with are not just companions. They are mirrors reflecting back at us our deepest fears, our highest hopes, and our untapped potential. To cultivate a fearless environment, we must first be intentional about who we let into our inner circle. Seek out those who embody the spirit of courage, who face life's challenges with a steadfast heart, and who see failure not as a setback, but as a stepping stone to greatness. Building a community or network that encourages fearlessness and growth begins with a single step. Reaching out. Start by connecting with individuals who inspire you. Perhaps a colleague who navigates challenges with grace, a friend whose resilience in the face of adversity leaves you in awe, or even a mentor whose wisdom lights your path. These connections, these relationships, are the seeds from which a supportive community grows. But how do we nurture these seeds? It starts with openness, a willingness to share our own journey, our fears, and our dreams. In doing so, we invite others to do the same, creating a space where vulnerability is not just accepted but celebrated. From this place of mutual understanding and respect, a powerful synergy emerges, one where encouragement flows freely, where successes are amplified, and where setbacks are met with compassion and a collective resolve to push forward. Let me share with you the story of a group of entrepreneurs who understood the value of such a community. They met at a conference, each a beacon of ambition, yet grappling with their own uncertainties. Recognizing the strength in their shared visions, they formed a mastermind group, a circle of trust and motivation where they could discuss ideas, confront their fears, and celebrate their victories. This group became their fearless environment, a sanctuary where the impossible seemed just a little more attainable. Creating such a community doesn't require grand gestures. It can begin with simple acts. Start a book club focused on personal development, organize a monthly meetup for goal setting, or even create an online forum where ideas and encouragement can be exchanged freely. The platform matters less than the intention behind it. The goal is to forge connections that empower, inspire, and propel each member toward their individual and collective aspirations. In cultivating a fearless environment, we also cultivate within ourselves a deeper sense of belonging, purpose, and unwavering courage. We learn to act as if nothing fears us, not because we no longer face fear, but because we know we do not face it alone. We are bolstered by our community, our network of fearless warriors, each on their own journey, yet united in the pursuit of growth, excellence, and the unshakable belief that together we are invincible. So, as we move forward, let us be mindful of the environments we cultivate, both for ourselves and for those around us. Let us be the beacon for others, just as we seek beacons for ourselves. In this shared journey of fearlessness, let us remember that the most profound growth, the most enduring successes, are those that are nurtured within the warmth of a supportive community. Together, let's build our environment, one of courage, growth, and boundless potential. Let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've embarked upon today. It's been a journey not measured in miles, but in the depth of understanding we've explored, the fears we've confronted, and the vision of fearlessness we've begun to embrace. Acting fearlessly isn't about the absence of fear. It's about recognizing that fear and choosing to move forward regardless. It's about the power within each of us to shape our destinies, to live more fulfilling and empowered lives. Today, we've uncovered the nature of fear, not as an impenetrable barrier, but as a guidepost signaling growth and opportunity. We've discovered the transformative philosophy of acting as if a principle that teaches us our actions can indeed precede and shape our beliefs and feelings. We've explored practical steps to embracing fearlessness, from identifying our fears to redefining them, and ultimately taking bold action despite. We've discussed the profound impact a fearless attitude can have on our personal relationships, our careers, and our overall satisfaction with life. And finally, we've emphasized the importance of cultivating a supportive environment, one that nurtures and encourages our fearlessness and growth. Now, as we stand on the precipice of possibility, I encourage you to commit to one action step that embodies fearlessness in your life. It doesn't have to be monumental. Even the smallest step can lead to significant change. Whether it's reaching out to someone who inspires you, Starting a project you've been putting off, or simply choosing to speak up about something you believe in, let this action be your declaration of fearlessness. Remember, the journey to overcoming fear begins not with a giant leap, but with a single step of courage. It's that first step that sets the course, that proves to ourselves we are capable of more than we ever imagined. So I urge you, don't wait for the perfect moment. It may never come. Instead, seize the power within you, the power to act as if nothing fears you. Let me leave you with this thought. In every heart there lies the potential for extraordinary courage, for resilience that can withstand the greatest challenges. This potential is waiting like a seed beneath the snow, ready to emerge at the first sign of spring. You are the gardener of your soul, the architect of your destiny. It's within your power to nurture this seed, to let it grow and flourish into a life marked not by what you avoided out of fear, but by what you achieved through courage. As you go forth from here, carry with you the lessons we've shared, the stories that have touched your heart, and the knowledge that within you lies an inexhaustible well of fearlessness. Let your actions reflect this newfound strength. Let your life be a testament to the power of acting as if nothing fears you. And remember, in this beautiful, bewildering journey we call life, it's not the fears we evade that define us, but the challenges we face head on with open hearts and unyielding courage. So, take that step, embrace your fearlessness, and watch as the world unfolds before you in ways you never dared to dream. Life is a game, my friends, but it's not just any game. It's the most important game you'll ever play. And here's the kicker. You only get one shot at it. One life, one chance to make it count. So why, oh why, do so many of us play it safe? Why do we tiptoe through life? Afraid to take risks, afraid to fail, afraid to truly live. Let me tell you something. The greatest risk in life is not taking any risks at all. It's playing it so safe that you never truly experience the exhilaration of success, the valuable lessons of failure, or the sheer joy of living life to its fullest. Now I want you to imagine for a moment that you have nothing to lose, absolutely nothing. No fear holding you back, no doubts clouding your judgment, no excuses keeping you stuck. How would you live your life differently? What dreams would you chase? What goals would you set? This, my friends, is the mindset of success. It's the mindset of those who have achieved greatness, who have left their mark on the world, who have lived lives of purpose and fulfillment. And it's a mindset that's available to each and every one of you. But here's the thing. This mindset doesn't just happen. It's not something you're born with. It's something you cultivate, something you practice, something you choose every single day. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to learn to act as if you have nothing to lose. First, let's address the elephant in the room. When I say act as if you have nothing to lose, I'm not advocating recklessness or irresponsibility. I'm not suggesting you throw caution to the wind and make foolish decisions. No. What I'm talking about is a mindset of courage, of boldness, of unwavering belief in yourself and your abilities. You see, most people live their lives in a cage of their own making, a cage built of fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs. They tell themselves, I can't do that, or that's not for people like me, or what if I fail? And with each of these thoughts, they add another bar to their cage, another limitation to their life. But here's the truth. Those bars are imaginary. They're not real. They exist only in your mind. And the moment you realize this, the moment you decide to act as if you have nothing to lose, those bars begin to disappear. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but I do have things to lose. I have responsibilities, commitments, people who depend on me. And you're right, we all have responsibilities and commitments. But here's the question. Are those responsibilities holding you back, or are they propelling you forward? You see, when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you're not ignoring your responsibilities. You're embracing them fully. You're saying, because I have these responsibilities, because people depend on me, I must become the best version of myself. I must pursue my dreams with everything I've got. I must live a life of purpose, and meaning. Let me share a story with you. There was once a young man who worked as a janitor at a large corporation. Every day he would clean the offices of successful executives, listening to their conversations, observing their habits. And every day he would dream of being in their position. Now, most people in his situation would have said, "That's not for me. I'm just a janitor. I don't have the education, the connections, the opportunities." But this young man was different. He decided to act as if he had nothing to lose. He started reading every book he could get his hands on about business and success. He began dressing as if he were already an executive, even though he was still pushing a mop. He started speaking with confidence and purpose, sharing his ideas with anyone who would listen. And you know what happened? People started noticing. They started taking him seriously. One day an executive overheard him discussing a business idea and was so impressed that he offered him an entry-level position in the company. Fast forward 20 years, and that former janitor is now the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. All because he dared to act as if he had nothing to lose. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That's a nice story, but that kind of thing doesn't happen in real life. And you're right. It doesn't happen to people who believe it can't happen. It doesn't happen to people who play it safe, who stay in their comfort zone, who act as if they have everything to lose. But for those who dare to dream, who dare to take risks, who dare to act as if they have nothing to lose, well, for those people, anything is possible. So how do we cultivate this mindset? How do we learn to act as if we have nothing to lose? Let me share with you 5 key principles that can transform your life. Principle 1, embrace failure. The first principle is to embrace failure. Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive. We've been taught all our lives that failure is bad, that we should avoid it at all costs. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person you admire, every great achievement in history was preceded by countless failures. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he successfully invented the light bulb. When asked about it, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000,000 ways that won't work." You see, when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you're not afraid of failure. You see it for what it really is. A learning opportunity, a stepping stone to success, a necessary part of the journey. So I challenge you, fail more, take more risks, try new things, and when you fail, because you will fail, don't beat yourself up. Don't give up. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow, to improve, to get closer to my goal? Principle 2, define your own success. The second principle is to define your own success. Too many people live their lives trying to meet someone else's definition of success. They chase after things they don't really want, trying to impress people they don't really care about. But when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you have the courage to define success on your own terms. You have the audacity to say, "This is what matters to me. This is what I want to achieve. This is the kind of life I want to live." Maybe for you, success isn't about making millions of dollars or climbing the corporate ladder. Maybe it's about having the freedom to pursue your passions, or making a difference in your community, or being the best parent you can be. Whatever it is, define it for yourself. Don't let anyone else tell you what success should look like in your life. Because when you're clear about what you want, when you're pursuing goals that truly matter to you, you'll find a level of motivation and determination you never knew you had. Principle 3, take massive action. The third principle is to take massive action. You see, it's not enough to dream big. It's not enough to set goals. You have to back those dreams and goals with action, massive action. Most people dabble. They take a little action here, a little action there. They do just enough to say they tried, but not enough to actually succeed. But when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you don't dabble. You don't dip your toes in the water. You dive in head first. If you want to start a business, don't just talk about it. Don't just research it. Take massive action, create a business plan, reach out to potential customers, start building your product or service, do something every single day to move your business forward. If you want to get in shape, don't just buy a gym membership and go once a week. Take massive action. Change your diet. Exercise every day. Get a trainer. Join a fitness community. Immerse yourself in the lifestyle of health and fitness. Remember, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. And not just any action, massive action. Principle 4, invest in yourself. The fourth principle is to invest in yourself. This is perhaps the most important investment you'll ever make. When you act as if you have nothing to lose, you understand that your greatest asset is yourself, your mind, your skills, your knowledge, your health. So invest in your education. Read books, attend seminars, take courses, learn new skills. The world is changing faster than ever before, and the only way to stay ahead is to become a lifelong learner. Invest in your health. Eat nutritious foods. Exercise regularly. Get enough sleep. Take care of your mental health, because all the success in the world means nothing if you don't have the health to enjoy it. Invest in your relationships. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people who believe in you and push you to be your best. Cut toxic people out of your life. Build a network of mentors, friends, and collaborators who will help you grow and succeed. Remember, every dollar, every minute, every ounce of energy you invest in yourself pays dividends for the rest of your life. Principle 5, live with urgency. The fifth and final principle is to live with urgency. You see, when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you understand that time is your most precious resource. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. So many people live their lives as if they have all the time in the world. They procrastinate. They put off their dreams. They say, I'll do it someday. But someday is not a day of the week. Someday never comes. When you live with urgency, you understand that the time to act is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the conditions are perfect, now. If you have a dream, start pursuing it today. If you want to make a change in your life, start today. If you want to tell someone you love them, do it today, because you never know how much time you have left. Now, living with urgency doesn't mean living in a constant state of stress or anxiety. It means making the most of every moment. It means being fully present in your life. It means understanding that each day is a gift, an opportunity to move closer to your goals, to make a difference, to live a life of purpose and meaning. So those are the 5 principles. Embrace failure, define your own success, take massive action, invest in yourself, and live with urgency. These principles, when applied consistently, can transform your life. They can help you break free from the cage of fear and limitation. They can help you truly live as if you have nothing to lose. But here's the thing, knowing these principles is not enough. You have to apply them. You have to live them. You have to make them a part of who you are. And I'll be honest with you, it's not always easy. There will be times when you're tempted to play it safe, times when you're afraid to take risks, times when you want to give up. In those moments, I want you to remember this. On the other side of your fear, on the other side of your comfort zone, is everything you've ever wanted. Your dreams, your goals, the life you truly desire, it's all waiting for you. But you have to be willing to act as if you have nothing to lose to claim it. So let me ask you, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What dreams would you pursue? What goals would you set? What actions would you take? Whatever your answer is, I want you to start doing that thing today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready, because let me tell you a secret, you'll never feel completely ready. The time to act is now. Start small if you have to, but start. Take that first step. Make that phone call. Write that business plan. Have that difficult conversation. Do something, anything, to move in the direction of your dreams. And as you do, I want you to pay attention to something. Notice how it feels. Notice the surge of energy, the sense of purpose, the feeling of truly being alive. That's what happens when you start living as if you have nothing to lose. That's what happens when you start living authentically, pursuing your dreams, becoming the person you were meant to be. Now, will it be easy? No. Will there be obstacles? Absolutely. Will there be times when you want to give up? You bet. But here's what I want you to remember in those moments. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. The pain of taking risks, of facing your fears, of stepping out of your comfort zone, that pain is temporary. But the pain of looking back on your life and wondering, what if, that pain lasts a lifetime. So choose the pain of discipline. Choose the pain of growth. Choose to act as if you have nothing to lose, because in reality, you have everything to gain. Imagine for a moment that you're at the end of your life, looking back on the years you've lived. What do you want to see? Do you want to see a life of safety and comfort, where you never took any risks? Or do you want to see a life of adventure, of growth, of meaningful achievements? Do you want to see a life where you always played it safe, always did what was expected of you? Or do you want to see a life where you dared greatly, where you pursued your passions, where you made a difference in the world? The choice is yours. And you make that choice not once, but every single day, with every decision you make, with every action you take. So I challenge you, starting today, start living as if you have nothing to lose. Take that risk you've been putting off. Pursue that dream you've been afraid to chase. Make that change you've been thinking about. Because here's the truth. You do have something to lose. You have your potential. You have your dreams. You have the unique gifts and talents that only you can bring to the world. And if you don't act, if you don't take risks, if you don't pursue your dreams with everything you've got, you risk losing all of that. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt paralyze you. Don't let the opinions of others dictate your life. You have one life, one chance to make it count. Act as if you have nothing to lose, and you'll gain everything you've ever wanted. Act as if failure is impossible, and you'll achieve things you never thought possible. Act as if your dreams are within reach, and you'll find the strength, the courage, and the determination to make them a reality. Remember, success is not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. It's not about where you start, it's about where you're determined to go. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you choose to respond. So choose to be bold, choose to be courageous, choose to act as if you have nothing to lose. Because when you do, you'll discover that you have everything to gain. You have greatness within you. You have the power to create the life you want. You have the ability to achieve your dreams. But you have to be willing to act. You have to be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to fail, to learn, to grow, and to keep pushing forward no matter what. The world is waiting for you. Your dreams are waiting for you. Your best life is waiting for you. But it won't come to you. You have to go out and claim it. You have to act as if you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So what are you waiting for? The time is now. Your life is now. Your opportunity is now. Seize it with both hands and don't let go. Because when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you'll find that you have everything to gain. Remember, life is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real thing. You don't get a practice run. Every day, every moment, every decision matters. So make them count. Live with passion. Live with purpose. Live as if you have nothing to lose. And as you do, you'll find that your life begins to change. You'll find yourself growing, achieving, becoming the person you were always meant to be. You'll find yourself inspiring others, making a difference, leaving your mark on the world. Because that's what happens when you act as if you have nothing to lose. You become unstoppable. You become inspirational. You become the best version of yourself. So go out there and live your best life. Take risks. Embrace failure. Define your own success. Take massive action. Invest in yourself. Live with urgency. And above all, act as if you have nothing to lose. Because when you do, you'll gain everything you've ever wanted and more. You'll create a life of purpose, of passion, of fulfillment. You'll achieve your dreams, make a difference in the world, and leave a legacy that will inspire generations to come. The choice is yours. The time is now. Your life is waiting. So what are you going to do? Are you going to play it safe? Or are you going to act as if you have nothing to lose? I believe in you. I believe in your potential. I believe in your dreams. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. It's time for you to act as if you have nothing to lose. Because when you do, you'll discover that you have everything to gain. You'll discover the incredible power that lies within you. You'll discover what you're truly capable of achieving. So go out there and make it happen. Live boldly, dream big, take massive action. And remember, the world is waiting for you to shine. It's waiting for you to share your unique gifts, your passions, your dreams. Don't let it wait any longer. Start today. Start now. Act as if you have nothing to lose, and watch as your life transforms in ways you can't imagine. Your life will become a testament to what's possible when you dare to dream big and act boldly. Remember, every great achievement in history started with someone who was willing to act as if they had nothing to lose. Every invention, every breakthrough, every transformation began with someone who dared to believe in the impossible and take action despite their fears. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to create, to innovate, to make a difference. But it all starts with your mindset. It all starts with how you choose to approach life. When you act as if you have nothing to lose, you'll find yourself taking chances you never would have before. You'll find yourself speaking up in meetings, sharing your ideas, and taking on challenges that once seemed insurmountable. You'll find yourself pursuing opportunities that you might have previously dismissed as not for you or too risky. And here's the beautiful thing. As you start taking these risks, as you start stepping out of your comfort zone, you'll begin to realize that the world doesn't end. In fact, more often than not, you'll find that good things start happening. You'll start experiencing success, growth, and opportunities you never thought possible. But even when things don't go as planned, because let's be honest, they won't always go as planned, you'll find that you're stronger than you thought. You'll discover a resilience within yourself that you never knew existed. You'll learn to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from failures, and to keep moving forward no matter what. This is the power of acting as if you have nothing to lose. It's not about recklessness or irresponsibility. It's about freeing yourself from the paralyzing fear of failure that keeps so many people stuck in lives of quiet desperation. It's about giving yourself permission to truly live, to truly strive, to truly become all that you're capable of being. So how do you maintain this mindset in the face of life's challenges? How do you continue to act as if you have nothing to lose when the stakes seem high and the risks seem daunting? First, remember that your mindset is a choice. Every day you have the power to choose how you're going to approach life. You can choose to focus on what you might lose, or you can choose to focus on what you might gain. You can choose to let fear hold you back, or you can choose to let courage propel you forward. The choice is yours, and you make it anew each day. Second, surround yourself with people who support your dreams and encourage you to take risks. The people you spend time with have a profound impact on your mindset and your actions. If you're constantly around people who play it safe, who always focus on what might go wrong, it's going to be much harder for you to maintain that nothing to lose. But if you surround yourself with dreamers, with risk takers, with people who believe in the power of possibility, you'll find it much easier to maintain that bold, courageous approach to life. Third, continually educate yourself and expand your skills. Knowledge is power, and the more you know, the more confident you'll feel in taking risks and pursuing your dreams. Read books, take courses, attend seminars, seek out mentors. Never stop learning, never stop growing. The more you invest in yourself, the more you'll realize that you truly do have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Fourth, celebrate your successes, no matter how small. When you act as if you have nothing to lose, you'll start to experience wins, some big, some small. Take the time to acknowledge and celebrate these victories. They're proof that your approach is working, that taking risks can lead to rewards. These celebrations will fuel your motivation and reinforce your nothing-to-lose mindset. Fifth, learn to reframe failure. When things don't go as planned, and there will be times when they don't see it as a sign that you should stop taking risks. Instead, see it as valuable feedback, as a learning opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to do better next time? When you reframe failure in this way, you'll find that it loses its power to hold you back. Sixth, practice gratitude. It might seem counterintuitive, but cultivating a sense of gratitude can actually make you more willing to take risks. When you're grateful for what you have, you realize that even if things don't work out as planned, you still have so much to be thankful for. This can give you the emotional security to take bigger risks and pursue bigger dreams. Seventh, visualize success. Spend time each day visualizing yourself living the life you want, achieving your goals, making your dreams a reality. The more vividly you can imagine success, the more real it will feel, and the more motivated you'll be to take the actions necessary to make it happen. Eighth, take care of your physical and mental health. It's much easier to maintain a bold, courageous mindset when you're feeling your best. Eat well, exercise regularly, get enough sleep, and make time for relaxation and stress relief. When you feel good physically and mentally, you'll find it much easier to approach life with a nothing-to-lose attitude. 9, set ambitious goals and create a plan to achieve them. When you have clear goals and a solid plan, it's easier to take risks because you can see how those risks fit into the bigger picture of what you're trying to achieve. Don't be afraid to set big, audacious goals. Remember, when you act as if you have nothing to lose, anything is possible. Finally, take action every single day, even if it's just a small step. Do something every day that moves you closer to your goals. Consistent action builds momentum, and momentum is powerful. The more action you take, the more confident you'll become, and the easier it will be to maintain that nothing-to-lose mindset. As you implement these strategies, as you learn to consistently act as if you have nothing to lose, you'll begin to see remarkable changes in your life. You'll find yourself achieving things you once thought impossible. You'll discover strengths and talents you never knew you had. You'll inspire others with your courage and your achievements. But perhaps most importantly, you'll experience a deep sense of fulfillment and joy. Because when you act as if you have nothing to lose, when you give yourself permission to truly live, to truly strive, to truly become all that you're capable of being, you'll find that life becomes an exciting adventure rather than a series of fears to be avoided. You'll wake up each morning excited about the possibilities that the day holds. You'll approach challenges with enthusiasm rather than dread. You'll see opportunities where others see obstacles. You'll become a source of inspiration and motivation for those around you. And as you look back on your life, you won't be plagued by regrets about what you didn't do or the chances you didn't take. Instead, you'll be filled with pride and satisfaction, knowing that you lived life to the fullest, that you dared greatly, that you made the most of the precious gift of life you were given. So I challenge you one last time, starting today, start living as if you have nothing to lose. Take that risk, pursue that dream, make that change. Because when you do, you'll discover that you have everything to gain. Remember, life is not a spectator sport. You can't sit on the sidelines and expect to win. You have to get in the game. You have to take action. You have to be willing to risk failure for the chance at success. And yes, it can be scary. Yes, there will be times when you doubt yourself. Yes, there will be obstacles and setbacks along the way. But I promise you this, the joy of living true to yourself, the satisfaction of pursuing your dreams, the thrill of achieving what you once thought impossible, all of that is worth any temporary discomfort or fear you might feel. So go forth with courage. Go forth with determination. Go forth with the unshakable belief that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because when you do, you'll not only transform your own life, but you'll inspire others to do the same. You'll become a beacon of what's possible when someone dares to dream big and act boldly. The world needs your gifts, it needs your passion, it needs your dreams. Don't hold back, don't play small, don't let fear keep you from becoming all that you're meant to be. Act as if you have nothing to lose and watch as your life becomes a masterpiece of achievement, fulfillment, and joy. The time is now, your life is waiting. What are you going to do with it? Remember, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take, the dreams we didn't pursue, the lives we didn't live to the fullest. So don't let that be your story. Make your life a grand adventure. Make it a testament to what's possible when someone dares to act as if they have nothing to lose. You have it within you to achieve greatness. You have it within you to make a difference. You have it within you to live an extraordinary life. All you have to do is believe in yourself, take action, and never, ever give up. So go out there and make it happen. Your best life is waiting for you. Your dreams are waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. Don't keep them waiting any longer. Act as if you have nothing to lose, and you'll gain everything you've ever wanted and more. The choice is yours. The time is now. What are you waiting for? Go forth and conquer. Go forth and achieve. Go forth and live the life of your dreams. Because when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you'll discover that you have everything to gain. The world is yours. Your future is yours. Your life is yours. Make it extraordinary. Make it count. Make it a life lived with no regrets, no what-ifs, no missed opportunities. Act as if you have nothing to lose, and watch as your wildest dreams become your reality. The journey starts now. Are you ready? Remember, life is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. So go create the life you want. Go become the person you've always dreamed of being. Go make your mark on the world. Because when you act as if you have nothing to lose, you'll find that you have everything to gain. And that, my friends, is the secret to living a truly extraordinary life. So go forth with courage, with determination, with the unshakable belief in your own potential. Act as if you have nothing to lose, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. The stage is set. The spotlight is on you. It's your time to shine. What will you do with this precious gift called life? The choice is yours. Make it count. Act as if you have nothing to lose and gain everything you've ever dreamed of and more. Your extraordinary life is waiting. Go claim it. Have you ever noticed how a single idea can change the whole direction of your life? There was once a young man, much like many of you here today, filled with dreams, ambitions, and a burning desire to make something of himself. But like many of us, he faced his fair share of defeats and setbacks. What set him apart, though, was not his talent or opportunities, but his unwavering belief in himself. Despite the odds, he acted as though defeat was not in his vocabulary. And guess what? His reality began to change. Challenges became stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, leading him to success beyond his wildest dreams. This story isn't unique or rare. It's within all of us, waiting to unfold. You see, the core of our gathering here today revolves around a simple, yet profound idea. As if you cannot be defeated can utterly transform your life's challenges into milestones of success. It's not about never facing hardship or adversity. It's about how you respond to it. Do you allow it to derail your dreams, or do you see it as an opportunity to rise stronger? Ponder for a moment. How often do we let our doubts, fears, and the naysayers dictate our capabilities? More often than we'd like to admit, right? Yet, history is replete with tales of individuals who achieved the impossible simply because they believed they could. They faced the same fears, the same doubts, and the same setbacks that you and I do. But they chose to act as if defeat was not an option. Take, for example, the story of the bumblebee. According to scientists, the bumblebee's body is too heavy and its wingspan too short to fly. But the bumblebee doesn't know this, so it flies anyway. Imagine applying a fraction of that belief in your own abilities. Imagine where that might take you. Here lies the essence of our journey today. It's not about ignoring the reality of challenges or pretending that obstacles don't exist. It's about changing our response to them. It's about nurturing a belief so strong in our hearts that no matter the hurdle, we keep moving forward, acting as if we cannot be defeated. In the chapters of your life, you're the author, and every challenge is a blank page on which you can write your story of triumph. Every setback, every defeat offers a lesson, a new starting point. It's in these moments, when faced with the choice to give up or to keep pushing forward, that our true strength is tested. There lies a powerful force, as crucial as the air we breathe yet. as elusive as the wind. It's the foundation upon which empires are built, dreams are realized, and seemingly insurmountable challenges are overcome. This force, my friends, is the unshakable belief in oneself. Consider for a moment the story of a young girl who was told she would never walk again. Her own doctor saw her fate was sealed, yet inside her burned a belief so fierce that it could not be extinguished by doubt. Day after day, she pushed against her boundaries, fueled by a conviction in her heart. And then the impossible happened. She took her first step, then another, until she was walking, defying every prognosis. Wilma Rudolph, who went on to become the fastest woman in the world, winning 3 gold medals in track and field during the 1960 Olympics. It wasn't just physical training that placed her on that podium. It was her yielding belief in her ability to overcome. Right? Now bring this closer to home. Think about the last time you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. What was it that saw you through? Was it not the flicker of belief in your heart that despite the odds you could emerge victorious? The significance of cultivating a strong self-belief system cannot be overstated. It is the bedrock upon which resilience is built. Without belief in ourselves, every failure becomes a tombstone in the graveyard of our aspirations. But with it, each setback is merely a stepping stone on the path to success. Belief is not about arrogance or blind optimism. It's about nurturing a conviction in your abilities and your vision, even when the world casts shadows of doubt. It's what propelled Thomas Edison to endure over 1,000 failures before inventing the light bulb. Each failed attempt was not a declaration of defeat, but a step closer to illumination, guided by an unwavering belief in his pursuit. So, how does one cultivate such a belief? It starts with the stories we tell ourselves. The narrative in our minds is a powerful composer of our reality. Speak to yourself with kindness and affirmation. Remind yourself of your strengths, your past successes, and the unique qualities you bring to the world. Engage with your vision daily. Visualize not just the achievement of your goals. Feel the emotions, see the outcomes, and believe in their inevitability. This mental rehearsal primes your subconscious to align with your conscious efforts, making your beliefs a catalyst for action. Surround yourself with believers. The company we keep can either elevate our self-belief or erode it. Choose to be around those who see the greatness within you, even when you're in doubt. Their faith during your moments of uncertainty can be the very lifeline you need. Belief without action is merely a dream. Take small, consistent steps towards your goals. With each step forward, your belief will grow stronger, reinforced by evidence of your own progress. Remember, the world's greatest achievements didn't come from those with the most talent or opportunities, but from those with the most belief in their ability to succeed. They understood that belief is not just a feeling, it's a decision to trust in oneself despite the uncertainties of the journey ahead. The stories of those who believe fiercely in their visions against all odds, let their stories remind us that the most significant battles are often fought within the confines of our own minds. And winning those battles starts with the unshakable belief in our ability to overcome, to achieve, and to transcend. So I ask you, what beliefs are you holding on to today? Are they serving you, propelling you forward towards your dreams? Or are they holding you back, anchoring you to your fears and doubts? The beautiful truth is, at any moment, you have the power to choose belief over doubt, action over hesitation, and progress over stagnation. Choose, from this day forward, to cultivate and nurture an unshakable belief in ourselves. Not because it guarantees success, but because it tilts the scales of possibility in our favor, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary and the impossible into the inevitable. Keep this thought with you. You have an inimitable spirit within you, capable of overcoming any challenge, navigating any storm, and reaching any peak. Believe in that passion, nurture it, and let it guide you to heights you once thought were unreachable. Because belief has the power to change not only your path, but your destiny. Something that's more valuable than gold, yet doesn't cost a dime. It's the bedrock upon which you can build a fortress of success, happiness, and fulfillment. This cornerstone I'm speaking about is self-belief. Yes, the unshakable belief in oneself. Take a moment and think about the essence of belief. Have you ever pondered why two individuals with similar talents, opportunities, and circumstances end up with vastly different outcomes in life? It often boils down to what they believe about themselves and what they're capable of achieving. There's a story that I find immensely inspiring, and it's about a young man named Roger. It was believed that running a mile under 4 minutes was impossible. Experts said the human body wasn't capable of such a feat, but Roger didn't subscribe to that belief. Despite the overwhelming consensus, he trained with the conviction that he could do it, that the impossible was indeed possible. And then on a windy day in 1954, Roger Bannister ran a mile in under 4 minutes, shattering not only the physical barrier, but the mental shackles that had held athletes back for years. What changed? The track was the same. The distance hadn't shortened, but the belief barrier had been broken. Soon after, more athletes began to achieve what was once thought impossible, right? Now, why do I share this story? Because it illustrates a powerful truth. Our beliefs shape our actions, and our actions shape our reality. The moment you choose to believe that you can achieve your goals, regardless of the obstacles, you set in motion the possibility of making them a reality. Belief isn't just about feeling good about ourselves. It's the fuel that powers our journey through the rough patches and the uncertainties of life. It's what compels us to get back up when we stumble and to learn from our missteps rather than be defined by them. So, how do we cultivate this unshakable self-belief? It starts with the narratives we tell ourselves every day. Are you your own greatest supporter, or do you drown in self-criticism? Remember, the dialogue you have with yourself is more impactful than any conversation you'll have with others. Speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and belief. Another way to foster belief is through action. Every small step taken towards your goal reinforces the belief that you're moving forward, that you're capable. Action breeds confidence, which in turn strengthens belief. Not forget the power surrounding ourselves with believers. Jiminy Cricket said, "Let your conscience be your guide." I say, let believers be your tribe. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who believe in the beauty of your dreams just as fervently as you do. I've seen firsthand the transformation that occurs when someone shifts from doubt to belief. There was a woman, Jessica, who dreamed of starting her own business, but was paralyzed by the fear of failure. Her turning point came when she decided to act as if she could not fail. This didn't mean she ignored the risks or the possibility of failure, but rather she chose to focus on her abilities to navigate and overcome them. Today, Jessica runs a successful enterprise, a testament to the power of self-belief. Remind ourselves that belief is a choice, a decision we make every day. It's choosing to see the potential for success in our failures, the lessons in our setbacks, and the opportunities in our challenges. I encourage each of you to embrace the power of belief in your life. Let it be the foundation upon which you build your dreams. When you believe in yourself, you unlock the door to unlimited possibilities. Remember, it's not just about believing that you can do it. It's knowing that you will. What would you try if you knew you couldn't fail? Imagine the possibilities, then move forward with the belief that you can make them happen. Because in the end, the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. We're bound to encounter a thread that seems out of place, a stitch that's come undone, symbolizing what many would call failure. It's this very thread, this very stitch, that holds the potential to add depth, character, and resilience to the fabric of our existence. Today, I want to share with you a perspective that might just change how you view these inevitable encounters with failure. Begin with a simple truth. Failure is a universal experience. It's not a matter of if, but when and how we face it that truly defines us. The most iconic figures in history were no strangers to failure. They faced it head-on, learned from it, and used it as a stepping stone towards their monumental achievement. Consider Thomas Edison, a man whose name is synonymous with innovation and persistence. His journey to invent the electric light bulb was paved with over 1,000 failures. When asked about these failed attempts, Edison famously remarked that he hadn't failed, but found thousands of ways that didn't work, leading him one step closer to a solution. It's this reframing of failure, not as a mark of defeat, but as an integral part of the learning process, that fueled his eventual success. Failure, then, should be viewed not as the opposite of success, but as a part of it. Each misstep, each setback, serves as a lesson that guides our future actions. It's through failure that we gain insights into our strengths and weaknesses, our resilience, and our capacity for growth. The key is not to avoid failure, because we can't, but to learn how to respond to it constructively. Right now, you might wonder, how can we turn the bitterness of failure into a catalyst for growth? The first step is acceptance. Embrace failure as an inevitable part of striving towards your goals. This doesn't mean you should seek out failure or be careless in your endeavors. Instead, when failure does occur, acknowledge it without self-judgment. Understand that it's not a reflection of your worth as a person, but rather an outcome of a particular action or decision at a specific time. The next step is reflection. Take the time to analyze what went wrong and why. What could have been done differently? What lessons can be gleaned from this experience? This reflective process is crucial for turning failure into a tool for self-improvement. Let me share a story that illustrates this beautifully. There was once a young entrepreneur who, driven by ambition, launched a business that soon failed. Devastated, he felt like giving up, but instead of letting this setback define him, he chose to reflect on the experience. He realized that his failure wasn't due to a lack of effort or passion, but rather a lack of understanding of his market. Armed with this insight, he set out once more, this time with a strategy informed by his previous missteps. Today, he runs a successful enterprise because he dared to see failure not as a roadblock, but as a teach. Embrace a mindset of resilience. Understand that your response to failure defines your path forward. Instead of being disheartened, let failure strengthen your determination. Remember, resilience isn't about never facing challenges. It's about bouncing back stronger each time you do. Share your journey. One of the most powerful ways to demystify failure is to talk about it openly. By sharing your experiences, you not only help yourself process and learn from them, but also inspire others to view their own setbacks in a new light. Remember that failure is not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced as an invaluable teacher. It's through our failures that we're sculpted into stronger, wiser, and more resilient versions of ourselves. So, the next time you find yourself facing a setback, take a moment to reflect, learn, and grow. Remember, it's not the failure that defines you, but how you choose to respond to it. Setting sail without a compass or a map can be thrilling for a moment, but bewildering in the long run. That's akin to living our lives without goals. Goals are our compasses. They give us direction and purpose, lighting our path through the darkest nights and stormiest days. They are beacons of progress, guiding us towards our desired destination. Today, navigate through the art of setting and pursuing these beacons, ensuring our journey is not just a meander, but a purposeful voyage towards achievement and fulfillment. Young man, Imagine if you were the captain of a ship. Your journey across the vast ocean is your life's journey. Without a destination, where will you end up? Anywhere the winds and currents take you, right? But as the captain of your ship, you have the power to choose your destination, to chart your course. That's what setting goals does for you. It empowers you to take control of your life's direction. However, the process of setting goals isn't just about picking a point on the horizon and steering towards it. It's about choosing destinations that challenge yet motivate you. Goals that stretch your capabilities but are within the realm of achievability. How do we find this balance? Start with clarity. Your goals need to be as clear as the daylight. Vague aspirations like I want to be successful or I want to be happy are like trying to find a hidden treasure without a map. Instead, define what success or happiness looks like to you. Is it starting your own business? Is it achieving a certain level of fitness? The clearer your goal, the easier it is to chart a course towards it. But clarity alone isn't enough. Your goals must also be measurable. If your goal is to improve your health, define what that looks like. Is it losing a specific amount of weight? Running a 5-kilometer without stopping? By making your goals measurable, you can track your progress and adjust your sails as needed. Right? Now, setting a course is one thing, but pursuing it amidst the storms and calms of life is another. Herein lies the importance of adaptability. The sea is unpredictable, and so is life. You might set out towards your goal, only to encounter unforeseen challenges. Does that mean you abandon ship at the first sign of a storm? Absolutely not. It means you adjust your sails, maybe take a detour, but you keep your destination in sight. Adaptability is not about changing your destination with the wind. It's about finding new ways to reach it when the original path is blocked. One practical step in this journey is breaking down your goals into smaller, manageable milestones. If your goal is to write a book, start with a chapter or even a page. Celebrate each small victory along the way. These milestones are like stars guiding you through the night. They reassure you that you're on the right path. But what about motivation? How do we keep our spirits high when the journey gets tough? Here's where the power of visualization comes into play. Picture yourself achieving your goal, the sense of accomplishment, the joy, the pride. Let this image be your guiding light, especially during moments of doubt and fatigue. Let me share a story of a young artist who dreamt of showcasing her work to the world. The goal seemed daunting, almost unreachable. She began by painting one picture at a time, sharing her work no matter how small the audience. With each painting, her confidence grew, her skills improved, and her audience expanded. Today, her art is celebrated in galleries across the world. Her journey was not without setbacks, but her clear, achievable goal, coupled with adaptability, perseverance, and the visualization of her success, guided her through. As we set our goals, remember, they are not just points on a map, but steps in our journey of growth and self-discovery. They challenge us, push us out of our comfort zones, and ultimately reveal to us our full potential. So as you chart your course, ask yourself, what destinations will challenge yet motivate me? What goals will push me to my limits but are within my reach? Remember, the art of setting and pursuing goals is not just about reaching a destination. It's about who we become along the way. Full of its unexpected turns and turbulent storms, there lie two invaluable qualities that stand as pillars for those who navigate through challenges undefeating resilience and adaptability. These aren't just traits reserved for the extraordinary few. They are skills that can be cultivated by anyone with the courage to face change head-on and the wisdom to bend without breaking. Start with resilience, the steadfastness that allows us to endure hardships and emerge stronger on the other side. It's like being a tree that bends in the fierce wind but doesn't break. Have you ever wondered why some individuals, despite facing adversities that could easily crush the spirit, manage to rise again and again, turning their struggles into stories of triumph? It's resilience. It's their ability to look into the eye of the storm and see beyond it. Okay, now how does one cultivate such resilience? The answer lies in the understanding that setbacks are not the end, but rather a part of the growth process. It's in accepting that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but an opportunity for learning and growth. Start by setting small challenges for yourself. Step outside your comfort zone. And when faced with failure, instead of asking, why me? Ask, what can I learn? This shift in perspective is the first step towards building resilience. Remember, resilience is also about nurturing your emotional and mental well-being. Just as a tree needs strong roots to withstand the storm, you need a foundation of self-care and support. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift you, engage in activities that replenish your spirit, and never underestimate the power of a positive mindset. Right. Now, turn our sails towards adaptability, the quality that allows us to navigate the unpredictable seas of life. It's the ability to change course when the wind shifts, to find new ways to reach our destination when the original path is blocked. Adaptability is about embracing change, not as a threat, but as an opportunity for innovation and growth. How do we become more adaptable? It starts with embracing a mindset of curiosity and openness. Be curious about new experiences, open to different perspectives, and willing to learn from every situation. When faced with change, instead of resisting, ask yourself, how can I use this to my advantage? What new doors might this open? Flexibility in planning is also crucial. While it's important to have goals and a sense of direction, be prepared to adjust your plans as circumstances evolve. Like a navigator charting a course based on the stars, be ready to recalibrate your route based on the changing conditions, right? Now imagine for a moment a bamboo forest swaying gracefully under the weight of the snow. The bamboo doesn't resist the snow. It bends under its weight, and when the snow melts, it stands tall once again. Be like the bamboo, flexible yet strong, bending but never breaking. Throughout history, we've seen countless examples of individuals who embodied resilience and adaptability. Consider the explorers who charted unknown territories, not deterred by the fear of the unknown, but driven by the thrill of discovery. Or the inventors who, faced with failure after failure, continued to experiment and adapt, ultimately changing the world with their innovations. So as you journey through life, facing its challenges and embracing its changes, remember the power of resilience and adaptability. Cultivate these qualities within yourself. Face setbacks with the understanding that they are but stepping stones on the path to growth. Embrace change with curiosity and openness, ready to adapt your sails to the winds of life. Each thread represents an individual unique in their essence and purpose. When these threads are woven together, they create a fabric stronger and more beautiful than any could alone. This is the power of community and mentorship, a force so potent it can uplift individuals through the most challenging times, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. Imagine walking a path, not alone, but with a group of like-minded individuals, each step resonant with the support and shared purpose of your companion. This is no mere fantasy. It is the reality for those who understand the importance of surrounding themselves with a community that uplifts and mentors who guide. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur whose dreams seemed as distant as the stars. Amidst the trials of launching her venture, she found herself ensnared in the thorns of doubt and failure. It was then she sought the wisdom of a mentor, a beacon of experience and knowledge. This mentor didn't provide her with a map devoid of obstacles. Instead, they taught her how to navigate the terrain, to see every setback as a lesson in disguise. Armed with this newfound perspective, and buoyed by the encouragement of her peers, she persevered. Today, her dreams no longer whisper from the stars, but stand realized before her, a testament to the transformative power of guidance and communal support. Okay, its story underscores a universal truth. We are not islands, isolated and alone in our quest. Human connection, the shared experiences within a community, and the wisdom imparted by mentors enrich our journey, making the burdens lighter and the celebrations sweeter. So, how do we leverage this power? It starts with seeking out those who inspire us, who have walked the path before and are willing to share the lessons from their journey. These mentors serve not as saviors, but as lighthouses, guiding us through foggy waters with their experiences and insights. Simultaneously, immerse yourself in a community that resonates with your aspirations and values. Such communities offer not just camaraderie, but a collective reservoir of knowledge, encouragement, and support. In moments of doubt, it is this community that reminds you of your purpose and potential, lifting you until you find your footing again. Remember, the strength of a community and the guidance of a mentor can illuminate the darkest of paths, making the journey towards your goals not just bearable, but fulfilling. The act of sharing struggles, successes, and insights fosters a culture of growth and resilience, where every individual's victory uplifts the whole. The terrain of self-belief, the importance of setting and achieving goals, the invaluable lessons that come from embracing our failures, and the power of resilience and adaptability. We've also acknowledged the strength found in community and mentorship, understanding that no one achieves greatness in isolation. Remember, the essence of our discussion isn't just about facing the inevitable challenges life throws our way, but about rising above them, acting as if we cannot be defeated. This mindset doesn't imply that we won't experience setbacks or that the path will always be smooth. Rather, it's a commitment to persist, to learn, and to grow, regardless of the obstacles. So, what steps can you take, starting today, to embody this principle in your life? First, set clear, measurable goals that challenge yet inspire you. Let these goals be your lighthouses, guiding you through the fog of uncertainty. When you encounter failure, and you will, view it not as a stop sign, but as a mentor teaching you lessons only learned through experience. Cultivate resilience by reminding yourself of your past victories, no matter how small, and by taking care of your mental and emotional well-being. Embrace adaptability, staying open to new paths that may lead you to your destination in unexpected ways. And not forget the importance of the people around us. Seek out mentors who have walked the path before you, those willing to share their wisdom and guidance. Surround yourself with a community of like-minded individuals, a support network that uplifts and encourages you through both triumphs and trials. Applying them not just in moments of challenge, but as continuous practices in your personal and professional life. Remember, the principle of acting as if you cannot be defeated is more than a strategy for overcoming obstacles. It's a way of living, a lens through which to view every experience life offers. Take a bold step forward on your undefeated path. Choose one action, one change you will commit to making in your life based on our discussion today. It could be setting a new goal, reaching out to a mentor, or simply adopting a more positive outlook on a current challenge. Go forth with the unshakable belief that, no matter what comes our way, we have within us the strength, the resilience, and the adaptability to transcend it. Live our lives with the conviction that though we may be bent by adversity, we will never be broken. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. May your path forward be illuminated by the knowledge that you are indeed undefeated. Today, I'm going to share a key principle with you, a principle that could very well change the course of your life. This principle isn't about accumulating wealth in the traditional sense, nor is it about the pursuit of material riches. Instead, it's about cultivating an inner wealth, a mindset of abundance that transforms how you view and interact with the world around you. This approach, acting as if you're already rich, taps into a powerful psychological tool that propels you towards realizing your full potential. Let's imagine a world where we not only desire the riches that life has to offer, but also act as if we're already in possession of such wealth. What transformative power lies in such a stance, you ask? Immense power, indeed. Acting as if you're already rich does not simply mean splurging or living beyond your means. It's about embracing a mindset of abundance and potential right where you stand, regardless of your current bank account balance. Consider this: the rich aren't necessarily those with the most assets or the heftiest accounts. They are often those who possess a rich mentality. They approach life with a certainty of success, not as a distant possibility, but as an inevitable reality. Now, how can you cultivate such a mindset? It starts by taking full responsibility for your life. You must believe deeply that you are the architect of your destiny, not merely a bystander. Rich individuals often share common behaviors and thought patterns. They invest in themselves, value their time, and they learn continuously. They're not smarter by birth. They are simply more committed to nurturing their own growth. They read daily, seek mentorship, and are not afraid to ask the questions that others might shy away from. They understand that knowledge and wisdom are the true currencies in a prosperous life. So ask yourself, are you investing in your own growth every day? Another hallmark of the rich is that they surround themselves with positivity and possibilities. They spend time with people who inspire them, challenge them, and push them to be their best. They understand that negativity can drain energy and dim brilliance. Thus, they choose their associations carefully, ensuring they are with those who elevate, not deflate. Wealthy individuals also understand the power of goals. They don't just daydream, they set specific, clear, and challenging goals. These goals are not just wishes, they are commitments. And with every goal met, they set new ones, pushing the boundaries of their capabilities. How often do you set goals that stretch your abilities? Moreover, those with a rich mindset manage their finances with acumen and foresight. They budget not just to control spending, but to ensure they can invest. Investment, after all, is the seed of financial prosperity. Whether it's stocks, real estate, or new business venture, they use their resources to generate more resources. How are you using your resources? Are you managing your finances in a way that prepares you for future wealth? Lastly, remember, acting rich isn't about the external trappings of wealth, but about internal growth and stability. It's about acting with confidence, not arrogance, with purpose, not aimlessness. It's about treating every person and opportunity with respect, because you understand that wealth is not just what's in your wallet, but what's in your heart and mind. So as we reflect on these insights, let's challenge ourselves. Are we merely living, or are we living richly? The distinction lies in our daily actions and decisions. Act as if you're already rich and watch as the universe starts to align with your rich mentality. It's not just about having wealth, but being wealth in spirit, action, and thought. Let's embark on this path, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Because in truth, the richest moment you will ever live is this very moment when you decide that you are more than your circumstances, infinitely more. Let's consider this moment. The now, where you stand as the starting point of your richest journey, not measured in miles or steps, but in actions, decisions, and the steadfast belief that you are worthy of greatness. This is not just about money. It's about richness in every aspect of life: relationships, health, happiness, and peace of mind. Now think about how you approach each day. Do you rise with a sense of purpose, or do you wake to chaos, dreading the hours ahead? Living richly means greeting each day with a clarity of what you can achieve, of what you will achieve. It starts with simple, clear intentions set the night before, ensuring that every morning you have a plan that excites you, motivates you, and sets you up for success. Ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something new? Not just the daily scroll through endless feeds of information, but real valuable knowledge that can change the way you see the world and your place in it. Rich minds crave knowledge like the earth craves the rain. It's about nourishing your mind with books, conversations, and experiences that challenge you and push you beyond your current boundaries. Rich living also means giving. It's about understanding that the true value of wealth is measured not by what you have, but by what you give away. Whether it's your time, your knowledge, or your resources, giving is the key to receiving more than you could ever imagine. Every act of generosity plants seeds of abundance that will grow and return to you manifold. Have you helped someone today? Have you shared a kind word or done a good deed? These are the currencies that truly enrich our lives. Furthermore, those who live richly take care of their health. They understand that the body is the vessel that carries us through this life, and it must be treated with the utmost respect and care. This doesn't require intense, overwhelming changes. Start small. Choose water over soda, a walk over an hour of television. Simple choices lead to habits, and habits form the foundation of a richly lived life. Next, consider the company you keep. Are the people around you lifting you up or pulling you down? The road to richness is often walked together, not in isolation. Surround yourself with those who see the greatness within you, even when you don't see it yourself. Together, you can reach heights that might seem impossible alone. Now let's talk about goals. Goals are the roadmap to a rich life. They are not just dreams. They are plans. Have you set clear goals for yourself? Not just for the distant future, but for today, this week, this month. Without goals, it's easy to stray from the path of richness and wander aimlessly. Set goals that challenge you, that make you stretch beyond your current capabilities, and commit to achieving them. Every small victory on this path adds up to monumental success over time. And remember, richness requires resilience. There will be setbacks, failures, and days when nothing seems to go right. But it is in these moments that true richness is forged. Each setback is a lesson, each failure a stepping stone on the path to greatness. Embrace them, learn from them, and use them to propel yourself forward. As you reflect on these ideas, ask yourself, are you ready to live not just for survival, but for richness in every aspect of life? Make the decision to treat each day as an opportunity to advance, to grow, and to enrich not just yourself, but everyone around you. Today, let this be your declaration. I choose to live richly. I choose to make my life a testament to the potential that resides within me. I am more than my circumstances, and today I rise above. This is your time. This is your moment. Grasp it with both hands and craft the rich life you deserve. Let's not wait for another day, another perfect moment, or another invitation. The perfect time is now, and it's calling. Step into this day with the courage of your convictions and the certainty that you are on the path to something truly magnificent. Embrace today with the energy and passion of someone who knows their worth and is ready to claim it. Why wait for tomorrow to start what can be started today? Every moment is a stepping stone to your future. Each day a new chance to strengthen the foundation of your dreams. Remember, the path to a rich life is not paved with procrastination, but with proactive steps taken consistently. Each decision you make, no matter how small, is a testament to your commitment to your own success. Every action you take builds the narrative of a life filled with purpose and abundance. Consider what it means to live truly richly. It's about enriching your life and the lives of others. It's about creating a legacy of impact and meaning. How will you make your mark? How will you use your talents, your time, and your energy to create a world that reflects your highest values and aspirations? Engage with your goals daily. Make them a part of your routine. Visualize achieving them with such clarity that your very spirit is aligned with every step you take toward them. This is not just about achieving wealth in the financial sense, but about cultivating a wealth of spirit, health, and happiness. Also, let your actions inspire others. Be the leader in your community, in your family, in your workplace. Show them what it means to live with intention and grace. Demonstrate through your own life that when someone truly dedicates themselves to their vision, extraordinary things can happen. And as you move forward, keep your mind open to learning. Be humble in your successes and gracious in your failures. Both provide invaluable lessons that can propel you forward. Remember, the journey to a rich life is often a spiral where lessons need to be revisited and wisdom deepened. In your quest, take care of your health, your most precious commodity. Exercise, not just your body, but also your mind and spirit. Eat foods that nourish and invigorate you. Spend time in nature to reconnect with the world around you. These simple joys are the backbone of a life richly lived. So, step forward into this day, not just with hope, but with a plan. Not just with dreams, but with a detailed map of how you're going to turn those dreams into reality. And above all, step forward with the heart of a lion. The courage to face challenges head on, the strength to persevere, and the wisdom to know that this path you're on is one of your own making. Be fearless, be bold, be tireless. But most importantly, be you unapologetically and fiercely you. This is your life, your moment, your canvas to paint with colors bold and strokes daring. Make it a masterpiece, one day at a time, starting now. This is not just a day in your life. This is the first day of the best of your life. Life is a series of moments, a collection of experiences. But how often do we stop and realize that each moment is an opportunity to influence the direction of our lives? Every morning you wake up, you are presented with choices. Each choice is like a brushstroke on the vast canvas of your life. What picture are you painting? Is it one of bold colors and brave lines, or is it one of caution and hesitation? Let's consider the concept of fearlessness. Being fearless does not mean the absence of fear, rather. It's the mastery of fear. Fear is a natural reaction to stepping out of your comfort zone, but every time you face it, you gain strength, courage, and confidence. Imagine what your life could look like if you faced those fears head on. What could you accomplish if you decided that fear will not hold you back anymore? Now think about being bold. Boldness is about making decisions, not with reckless abandon, but with a heart full of courage. It's about stepping forward when others step back. When you choose to be bold, you open doors to opportunities that wouldn't appear otherwise. Boldness is contagious. It inspires others around you to support your vision and contribute to your journey. And being tireless, this doesn't mean you don't rest. Instead, it means you are relentless in the pursuit of your goals. You understand that true passion is not just a fleeting feeling, but a deep, enduring flame that keeps you moving forward, even during the toughest times. How much more could you achieve if you adopted an unstoppable attitude towards your goals? But above all, being yourself is perhaps the most critical. In a world that constantly tries to shape you, to mold you into something you're not, standing firm in your identity is a revolutionary act. Your unique perspective, your experiences, your values. These are your strengths. Never diminish your voice to fit in. Shine brightly and lead by example, showing others that authenticity is a pathway to true success. These are not just motivational words. They are principles to live by. Principles that can transform not just your own life, but also influence those around you. Every interaction you have is an opportunity to impact someone else's life. Think about that power. You carry within you the ability to change lives through your actions and your words. How will you use this power? Reflect on the people you admire. What qualities do they possess that you can emulate? Is it their perseverance, their ability to overcome challenges, or their dedication to helping others? Take these qualities and weave them into the fabric of your life. Be someone who not only inspires, but also empowers. Be someone who acts as a beacon of hope and resilience. Embrace the idea of continuous learning. No matter how much you think you know, there is always more to learn. Every book you read, every person you meet, every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Imagine the wisdom you would possess. If you never stopped learning, how much more equipped would you be to tackle the challenges of life? Focus on creating balance in your life. It's not just about work or achieving goals. It's about enjoying the journey. Spend time with loved ones. Indulge in hobbies that bring you joy and take care of your health, both mental and physical. A well-rounded life is a platform for sustained success and happiness. And what about the legacy you will leave behind? What do you want to be remembered for? Is it the wealth you've accumulated, the career you've built, or the difference you've made in people's lives? Consider how your actions today are contributing to the legacy you want to leave. Make choices that align with your deepest values. Consider the actions you take each day. How are they shaping the story you want told about your life? Are you making decisions that reflect your true priorities? It's not enough to say you value something. Your choices must echo that sentiment loudly for all to see. It's these choices that sew the fabric of your legacy. Now think about the ways in which your daily habits contribute to your long-term goals. Are you nurturing the relationships that matter most to you? Are you taking steps to learn and grow intellectually? Are you caring for your health? It's the small habits, the ones you repeat daily, that truly shape your life more than the big occasional gestures. Let's also talk about resilience. The road you're traveling will surely have its bumps and turns. Each challenge is an opportunity to show just how strong you are. How you handle these obstacles will not only shape your character, but also define how others see you. When times are tough, do you push forward with grace and determination? Remember, the toughest times often lead to the greatest moments of your life. Keep going. Greatness is on the other side of adversity. Furthermore, consider how you treat those around you. Do you lift others up, offering words of encouragement and support when needed? Being remembered as someone who helped others to shine is a powerful legacy. Make the choice to be a light in others' lives. It doesn't cost a thing to be kind, yet the impact of kindness reverberates beyond measure. Think about your community. Are you actively contributing to making it a better place? Whether it's volunteering, participating in local events, or simply being a good neighbor, your involvement in your community paints a picture of who you are and what you value. A strong community connection is a cornerstone of a meaningful legacy. Reflect on the way you handle your finances. Are you managing them wisely, ensuring you're not only securing your future, but also have the means to give back? Wealth is not measured by how much you can accumulate, but by how much you can share. Whether it's supporting causes you believe in, helping out those in need, or investing in the dreams of others, your financial legacy can be one of generosity and impact. And don't forget about passion. Are you pursuing your passions and encouraging others to pursue theirs? When you do what you love, you inspire others to follow their dreams. This can be one of the most rewarding legacies to leave behind. A life lived passionately is a life that inspires others. Now think about how you face your fears. Do you step into the unknown with courage, ready to blaze new trails? Fearlessness isn't about the absence of fear, but about the mastery of fear. Demonstrating courage, not just in grand heroic acts, but in everyday decisions, sets a powerful example for everyone around you. Also, evaluate how you deal with change. Are you flexible and adaptable, willing to embrace change as an opportunity for growth? The only constant in life is change, and how you adapt to it influences both your journey and your legacy. Embrace change with an open mind and an open heart. Change indeed is the only constant in life. How you choose to handle it, how you respond to it, can define your character more clearly than almost anything else. Think about it this way. When change comes, it brings with it a slew of opportunities. New doors open, new paths reveal themselves, new partnerships form, and new skills are demanded. It's as though life is giving you a test not of your intelligence, but of your resilience and willingness to grow and adapt. So how do you face this test? Do you meet change with resistance, wishing things could just stay the same? Or do you accept it, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone to better yourself and your circumstances? True growth occurs when you embrace change, when you make an effort to adapt, and when you understand that every change brings a lesson. Think about the potential that lies in the unknown. Each time life changes, it's like getting a new canvas to paint on. Yes, the picture you were painting before might have been beautiful, but now you have the chance to create something different, perhaps something even more vibrant and compelling. It's your resilience in the face of change that paints the strokes of your life's masterpiece. So remember, being adaptable doesn't mean being weak or without principles. It means being strong enough to know when to bend and when to stand firm, when to hold on and when to let go. This flexibility is a key trait of leaders and vision. They see change not as an obstacle, but as the current that can propel them forward to new achievements. Let's also consider how being adaptable can influence those around you. When people see you navigating through changes with a positive attitude, they're inspired to handle their own challenges with grace. Your ability to adapt becomes a beacon for others who might feel lost or scared. You become a role model without even trying. Simply by showing that change can be a gateway to new beginnings, not just an end. Furthermore, think about the relationships you cherish. Relationships, like everything else, go through changes. People grow. Their needs and situations shift. Being adaptable in your relationships, listening, being compassionate, adjusting to new dynamics, can make the difference between relationships that last and those that falter under pressure. On a larger scale, think about the world we live in. It's a world that is constantly evolving technologically, socially, and politically. Staying adaptable means staying relevant. It means keeping your skills sharp and your mind open. Whether it's learning a new technology or understanding a different viewpoint, adaptability keeps you connected to the world around you. Moreover, consider your goals. As you change, your goals might too. What you wanted 10 years ago might not be what you want now. Being adaptable means reassessing your goals, aligning them with your current values and passions. It's okay to change direction. It's okay to find new dreams to chase. In fact, it's not just okay, it's exciting. Now think about how you deal with setbacks. Setbacks are inevitable, but if you're adaptable, you'll see every setback as a chance to learn. What went wrong? How can you avoid it next time? What can you do differently? This kind of thinking turns problems into lessons and failures into stepping stones. Finally, embracing change with an open heart means living with hope. It means trusting that even if you can't see the path ahead, you believe it leads somewhere beautiful. It means knowing that life's twists and turns are not there to break you, but to build you. Your journey through life will be marked by a series of changes. Some small, some big. Your ability to adapt to them, to embrace them, and to learn from them will shape your story in ways you can't imagine. It's your flexibility, your resilience, and your openness to life's inevitable changes that will ultimately define your legacy. So as you move forward, move with an open heart and an eager spirit, ready to meet whatever comes your way with courage, with grace, and with a willingness to transform it into an opportunity to learn and to grow. Embracing change is essentially embracing the unknown, and it takes a profound sense of courage to do so. Consider this: all of us are on a journey that is uniquely ours, and this journey is punctuated with uncertainties. Yet it's these very uncertainties that test our resolve and sharpen our spirit. When you step into the unknown, emboldened by hope and driven by trust, you allow yourself to experience life in its fullest dimension. It's like sailing on a vast ocean. Yes, the waters might be uncharted and storms may loom, but with each wave you conquer, you find yourself stronger, more skilled, and more prepared for whatever lies ahead. Isn't it true that the most skilled sailors are forged in the roughest waters? So too are the strongest characters shaped by life's most challenging changes. This hopeful approach to living does more than carry us through tough times. It transforms our perspective on what those times mean for our growth. Hope allows us to see beyond the immediate turbulence and focus on the longer journey, which is invariably richer and more rewarding. With every challenge faced, there is a lesson learned, and with every lesson learned, there's a piece added to the intricate mosaic of our lives. Living with hope does not mean denying the reality of difficulties, nor does it mean wearing rose-colored glasses. It means choosing to see beyond the difficulty to envision a future where the challenges of today become the strengths of tomorrow. It is about anchoring in the belief that nothing is insurmountable and that all experiences are part of a larger, meaningful story. Moreover, hope is contagious. By choosing to live with an open heart, you not only uplift yourself, but also inspire those around you. Your strength becomes a beacon for others who might feel overwhelmed by their circumstances. You become a living testament to the power of positive thought. In sum, remember that life's journey is not meant to be a sprint, but a marathon. Pacing yourself, adjusting your stride, taking in the scenery, and supporting fellow runners are all part of the experience. Every change, every challenge, and every uncertainty is a stretch of this marathon. How you run it, how you live it, is your legacy. Embrace it with hope, run it with endurance, and trust that you are on the path to somewhere truly magnificent. Today I want to share a message that has the potential to transform your life. It's a message about the power of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your ability to shape your own destiny. You see, too often in life, we fall into the trap of blaming others for our circumstances. We say, I am this way because of that person, because of that situation. But what we're really saying is that we've handed over control of our own thoughts and emotions to external forces. We've become victims at the mercy of the world around us. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. You have the power within you to take back control of your life. It all starts with your mind, with the thoughts you choose to dwell on and the beliefs you hold about yourself and your potential. When you begin to harness the power of your thoughts and emotions, when you start to see yourself as the creator of your life rather than a victim of circumstance, that's when you start to produce real, tangible outcomes. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but Jim, it's not that easy. I've got real problems, real challenges in my life, and I understand that. Life can be tough, and it's easy to get caught up in the daily struggles and stresses. But let me ask you this. If you're not at peace within yourself, if your mind is constantly churning with worry and negativity, how can you possibly hope to tackle those challenges in a meaningful way? To be truly peaceful, to be at ease with yourself and your place in the world, you must learn to master your mind. You must learn to conduct your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body, and your energy in a way that serves you. And when you do that, when you change the picture in your mind, you change the very chemistry of your body. Think about it like this. When you hold a loving, positive thought in your mind, your brain releases a cascade of complementary chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, growth hormones. These are the chemicals of vitality, of growth, of connection. That's why when people fall in love, they glow with health and radiance. It's not an accident. It's the direct result of the chemistry triggered by their thoughts and emotions. But what happens when we hold a fearful, negative thought? Just the opposite. Our brain releases stress hormones, chemicals that suppress our immune system and stunt our growth. In other words, our thoughts have a direct physiological impact on our bodies and our overall well-being. So if we can learn to control our thoughts, we can literally control the chemistry of our bodies. We can shape our own biology and, by extension, our reality. The possibilities available to us are limitless. They already exist, just waiting for us to tap into them. But to do that, we must first become aware of them. We must train our minds to focus not on the problems that beset us, but on the solutions that will carry us forward. This is the essence of what Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. It's the understanding that our reality is shaped by our beliefs, and that if we want to change our lives, we must first change our beliefs about what is possible. Science and religion alike point to the fundamental truth. That belief is the key to unlocking our potential. But how do we cultivate that belief? How do we take control of our own thoughts and shape them in a way that serves us? The first step is to become aware of our current beliefs and thought patterns. So often, we operate on autopilot, unaware of the mental chatter that shapes our experience of the world. But by bringing awareness to our thoughts, we open up the possibility of change. We give ourselves the opportunity to reevaluate, to question assumptions, and to adopt new, more empowering beliefs. This process of reevaluation is critical because our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us are not fixed. They are malleable, subject to change as we take in new information and experiences. By consciously reevaluating our beliefs, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and a greater sense of our own potential. You see, within each and every one of us lies a wellspring of power and potential. Just think about the incredible systems that keep us alive and functioning every day. The circulatory system that pumps blood through miles of vessels in mere seconds. The nervous system that processes vast amounts of information with the complexity of a supercomputer. We are walking miracles, imbued with incredible abilities. But so often, we fail to tap into that potential because we are limited by our own beliefs about what we are capable of. We watch others achieve the impossible and think, I could never do that. But the truth is, with the right mindset and the right beliefs, we are capable of far more than we ever dared to imagine. This is the power of possibility thinking. When we open ourselves up to new ideas, new ways of looking at the world and our place in it, we unlock a whole new realm of potential. Suddenly, challenges that once seemed insurmountable become opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Dreams that once felt out of reach become tantalizingly possible. But possibility thinking doesn't come naturally to most of us. We have to train ourselves to break free of limiting thought patterns and negative self-talk. We have to be intentional about surrounding ourselves with positive, forward-thinking influences. And we have to be willing to take bold action in pursuit of our goals, even when the path ahead is uncertain. One of the keys to cultivating a possibility mindset is to dream big. Too often, we constrain our own potential by thinking too small, by settling for what feels safe and comfortable. But as the saying goes, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. When we push ourselves to imagine a bigger, brighter future, we open up new pathways for growth and achievement. Of course, dreaming big is only the beginning. To truly embrace possibility thinking, we must be willing to challenge the status quo and take bold action in pursuit of our goals. We must be willing to face down the naysayers and the doubters, to press on even when the road ahead is uncertain. This isn't always easy. Change can be uncomfortable, even scary at times. It requires us to step outside of our comfort zones and take risks. But the alternative, staying stuck in a limiting mindset, settling for a life that feels small and unfulfilling, is far worse. When we commit ourselves to possibility thinking, when we refuse to be limited by the opinions of others or the constraints of our past, we tap into a wellspring of power and potential that knows no bounds. We become the architects of our own destiny, the creators of our own reality. So my challenge to you today is this: start thinking bigger. Start believing in your own potential. Start looking for the possibilities in every situation, even the most challenging ones. And most importantly, start taking action towards the life you truly want to live. It won't always be easy. There will be setbacks and obstacles along the way. But when you anchor yourself in the power of your own thoughts and beliefs, when you refuse to be limited by the doubts and fears of others, you become unstoppable. As I look at this audience today, I see a room full of incredible potential. Each and every one of you has the power within you to shape your own destiny, to create a life that is rich with meaning and purpose. But it all starts with your mindset. It all starts with your willingness to embrace possibility thinking and take bold action in pursuit of your dreams. So let today be the day that you step into your own power. Let today be the day that you start believing in your own potential and refuse to be limited by the opinions of others. Let today be the day that you start living a life of possibility and purpose. Because when you do that, when you embrace the incredible power of your own mind and start shaping your reality with your thoughts and beliefs, there is no limit to what you can achieve. You become the master of your own destiny, the creator of your own incredible story. My friend, the journey of possibility thinking is one that requires constant dedication and effort. It's not a one-time decision, but a daily commitment to shaping your thoughts and beliefs in a way that serves your highest potential. One of the greatest challenges on this path is learning to let go of the past. So often, we carry around the baggage of our past mistakes, failures, and disappointments. We allow ourselves to be defined by what we have or haven't done, rather than who we are capable of becoming. But the truth is, your past does not dictate your future. Every moment presents a new opportunity to choose differently, to think differently. When you are to forgive yourself for your past missteps and release the weight of guilt and shame, you free yourself up to embrace a new possibility for your life. The same is true when it comes to lack and limitation. It's easy to get caught up in a scarcity mindset, to focus on what we don't have rather than the abundance that surrounds us. But when we shift our focus to gratitude and sufficiency, when we train our minds to seek out the good in every situation, we open ourselves up to a whole new realm of possibility. This isn't about denying the challenges and difficulties of life. It's about choosing to focus on the solutions rather than the problems. It's about staying grounded in hope and optimism, even in the face of adversity. And it's about recognizing that, no matter how dire the circumstances may seem, there is always a way forward. But possibility thinking isn't just about changing your own life. It's about becoming a force for positive change in the world around you. When you embrace a mindset of possibility, you become a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. You show them that there's another way, that they too have the power within them to shape their own reality. This is the true power of possibility thinking, the power to transform not just your own life, but the lives of those around you. When you become a living example of what is possible when we dare to dream big and take bold action, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone you encounter. But this kind of transformation doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent effort and a willingness to push beyond your comfort zone. It requires surrounding yourself with positive influences and seeking out mentors and role models who embody the qualities you wish to cultivate in yourself. Most of all, it requires a deep and abiding belief in your own potential. It requires a willingness to bet on yourself even when the odds seem stacked against you. It requires a commitment to your own growth and development, to becoming the best version of yourself you can possibly be. And when you make that commitment, when you decide once and for all to embrace possibility thinking and live a life of purpose and potential, something incredible happens. You begin to attract people and opportunities into your life that reflect your new mindset. You start to see the world through a lens of abundance and opportunity rather than lack and limitation. This is the magic of possibility thinking. It's not just about changing your thoughts. It's about changing your entire reality. It's about becoming a magnet for success, abundance, and joy. And it all starts with a simple decision to believe in yourself and your own limitless potential. So, my friend, I invite you to make that decision today. I invite you to take the first step on the path of possibility thinking, to start believing in your own greatness and refusing to settle for anything less than your highest potential. It won't always be easy. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way. But when you anchor yourself in the power of your own mind, when you surround yourself with positive influences and take consistent action towards your goals, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The world is waiting for you to step into your own power, to become the person you were always meant to be. And it all starts with a single thought, a single belief in your own potential. So let that be your guiding light on this journey of possibility. Let it be the fuel that propels you forward, the compass that guides you towards your true north. And never, ever forget that you are capable of incredible things, if only you dare to believe it. You know, as I stand here today sharing these ideas with you, I'm reminded of a powerful truth that has guided my own journey of personal growth and transformation. And that truth is this: the gift you can give yourself is the gift of investing in your own mind. You see, we live in a world that is constantly vying for our attention and our resources. We are bombarded with messages telling us to invest in this product or that service, to pour our time and energy into pursuits that may or may not align with our deepest values and aspirations. But amidst all the noise and distractions, it's easy to forget that the most valuable resource we have is our own mind. It is the lens through which we perceive and interpret the world around us, the tool with which we shape our own reality. When we invest in our own mental development, when we make a commitment to learning and growing and expanding our own awareness, we tap into a wellspring of potential that is truly limitless. We become better equipped to navigate the challenges and opportunities of life, to make choices that are aligned with our highest values and aspirations. But investing in your own mind isn't just about acquiring knowledge or developing new skills. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-awareness and self-mastery. It's about learning to observe your own thoughts and emotions with clarity and objectivity, to recognize the patterns and beliefs that may be holding you back from your full potential. This kind of self-reflection isn't always comfortable. It requires a willingness to confront the parts of ourselves that we may prefer to keep hidden, to shine a light on the shadow aspects of our psyche. But it is through this process of honest self-examination that we begin to free ourselves from the limiting beliefs and behaviors that keep us stuck in old patterns and ways of being. As we develop a greater sense of self-awareness, we also begin to recognize the incredible power we have to shape our own experience of reality. We start to see that our thoughts and beliefs are not just passive reflections of the world around us, but active forces that shape and influence the very fabric of our lives. This is where the power of possibility thinking truly comes into play. When we learn to harness the power of our own mind to focus our thoughts and beliefs in a direction that serves our highest potential, we unlock a whole new realm of possibility and opportunity. But this kind of mental mastery doesn't come easily. It requires consistent effort and a willingness to push beyond our comfort zones. It requires surrounding ourselves with people and ideas that challenge us to think bigger, to question our assumptions, to explore new ways of being and perceiving. And yet the rewards of this kind of mental investment are truly immeasurable. When we commit ourselves to a path of lifelong learning and growth, we tap into a source of resilience and adaptability that can carry us through even the most challenging of circumstances. We become more creative, more innovative, more capable of finding solutions and opportunities where others see only obstacles and limitations. But perhaps most importantly, when we invest in our own minds, we become better equipped to serve and contribute to the world around us. We become leaders and change makers, individuals who are not content to simply accept the status quo, but who are driven to create a better, brighter future for all. This is the true gift of investing in your own mind. It is not just a path to personal fulfillment and success, but a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world around you. When you commit yourself to lifelong learning and growth, to exploring the infinite possibilities of your own potential, you become a force for good in the world, a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. So my friend, I invite you to make that commitment today. I invite you to invest in your own mind with the same dedication and discipline that you would bring to any other area of your life. Read books that challenge and inspire you. Seek out mentors and teachers who can guide you on your path of growth and discovery. Surround yourself with people who believe in your potential and who challenge you to be your best self. But most of all, trust in the incredible power of your own mind to shape your reality. Believe in your own ability to learn, to grow, to adapt, and evolve. And never, ever stop exploring the infinite possibilities that lie within you. For when you do that, when you make the decision to invest in your own mental development and tap into the limitless potential of your own mind, there's no telling what kind of incredible impact you can have on the world around you. You become a force for positive change, a leader and a visionary, an individual who is not content to simply accept the world as it is, but who is driven to create the world as it could be. And that, my friend, is a gift that is truly priceless. It is a gift that will serve you not just in your own life, but in the lives of all those you touch and inspire along the way. So embrace it with all your heart and never stop believing in the incredible power of your own mind to shape your destiny and create a brighter future for us all. As I reflect on the journey of personal growth and possibility thinking, I'm reminded of a powerful metaphor that has stuck with me throughout the years. It's the idea that our minds are like gardens, and the thoughts we cultivate within them shape the landscape of our lives. You see, just like a garden, our minds require constant tending and nurturing in order to thrive. If we neglect our mental garden, if we allow weeds of negativity and self-doubt to take root, we can quickly find ourselves overwhelmed and unable to see the beauty and potential that surrounds us. But when we take the time to cultivate our minds with intention and care, when we plant seeds of positivity and nurture them with love and attention, something incredible begins to happen. We start to see new growth and new possibilities emerging all around us, even in the most unexpected places. This is the power of tending to your mental garden. It's not just about eliminating negative thoughts, but about actively cultivating positive ones. It's about filling your mind with ideas and beliefs that uplift and inspire you, that challenge you to grow and evolve and become the best version of yourself. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate a healthy mental garden is through the practice of gratitude. When we take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the good in our lives, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, we shift our focus away from lack and limitation and towards abundance and possibility. Gratitude is like water for the soul, nourishing and sustaining us through even the toughest of times. It reminds us that even in the midst of challenge and adversity, there is always something to be thankful for, always a reason to keep moving forward with hope and optimism. Another key to tending your mental garden is to surround yourself with people and influences that support your growth and development. Just like plants need the right soil and environment to thrive, we too need the right conditions in order to reach our full potential. This means seeking out mentors and role models who embody the qualities and values you aspire to. It means surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people who believe in your dreams and encourage you to keep reaching higher. And it means being intentional about the media and information you consume, choosing sources that inspire and uplift you rather than those that drag you down. Of course, tending to your mental garden is not always easy. There will be times when the weeds of negativity and self-doubt seem to be winning, when the challenges of life feel overwhelming and insurmountable. But it is in these moments that the power of possibility thinking truly shines through. When you anchor yourself in the belief that there is always a way forward, that every challenge contains within it the seeds of opportunity and growth, you tap into a resilience and adaptability that can carry you through even the toughest of times. You become like a tree with deep roots, able to weather any storm and emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side. And as you tend to your own mental garden with love and care, you begin to notice something incredible happening around you. Your positivity and optimism start to ripple outwards, touching and inspiring those in your sphere of influence. You become a beacon of hope and possibility for others, showing them through your own example that a life of joy, purpose, and fulfillment is truly possible. This is the ultimate gift of tending to your mental garden. It's not just about creating a life of happiness and success for yourself, but about becoming a force for positive change in the world around you. When you radiate possibility and positivity, you give others permission to do the same. You become a catalyst for transformation, a leader and a visionary in your own unique way. So my friend, I invite you to take a moment right now to reflect on the state of your own mental garden. Are you tending to it with intention and care, planting seeds of positivity and nurturing them with love and attention? Or have you allowed the weeds of negativity and self-doubt to take over, clouding your vision and limiting your potential? Whatever the case may be, know that it's never too late to begin anew. Every moment presents a fresh opportunity to choose the thoughts and beliefs that will shape your reality. Every day is a chance to recommit to your own growth and development, to cultivate a mental garden that is vibrant, resilient, and filled with infinite possibility. And as you tend to your own garden with love and care, know that you are not just growing something beautiful for yourself, but for all those whose lives you touch along the way. You are a powerful force for positive change in this world, and your presence and your positivity are needed now more than ever. So keep tending to your mental garden, my friend. Keep planting seeds of hope and possibility, and trust in the incredible power of your own mind to create a reality that is beyond your wildest dreams. For when you do that, when you commit yourself to a lifelong journey of growth and discovery, there is no limit to the impact you can have on the world around you. You are a beacon of light and hope, a powerful force for positive change, and the world is waiting for you to step into your full potential and shine your light for all to see. So tend to your garden with love and care, and never stop believing in the incredible possibilities that lie within you. The future is yours to create, and it all starts with the seeds you plant in your own mind today.